So hello everyone, am I audible? Just let me know, am I audible?
Yes, Aditya, you are.
I think Nikita Verma has drawn on his her camera, I guess.
Yes, I also told her, but Nikita, please turn off your camera.
Okay, so recording has been started, so we can start now.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so let me go to my slides. One minute.
Hello, good evening, Aditya. Is it possible that can you just enable the chat? The chats are disabled. If that's possible.
Actually, the chat are disabled because um, due to some, the problems. Only the student ambassadors can access the chats. So for this event, we cannot enable the chat, but I assure you that from the future events, we will be enabling the chat. Okay, so meanwhile, if you have any doubts or query in between the events, we can take up at the last of the session. And if you want that answer in the between the session, you can just raise your hands. Okay. So let's start with our today's event. Mm, is my slides visible to all? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your screen is visible, Aditya.
Okay. Uh, so let's start with our today's topic, or you can know session. So hello everyone. I'm Aditya Kumar. I'm a Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador at Microsoft, and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Central University of Haryana. Today I will be taking a session. Okay, so we will be. Let's look about the agenda of the today's event first. Okay. Uh, I think there is a network problem. So let me turn off my camera first. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with what are the today's agenda of the event. Firstly, I will be discussing what is exactly IoT. Then we will be moving further. We will be discussing how IoT is working on Azure. And in the third one, I will be discussing the Azure IoT components and their uses. And at last, we will be creating a demo of Azure IoT Hub. So you will all be getting, hands-on. So be ready with it. Okay. So our first agenda of the event is what is Azure IoT? Okay. So the IoT has many definitions because the domain is so wide, or I can say that so many things that you can do with the IoT. So definitely in a single way, single way I can define the IoT first. Let's begin with a simple definition of IoT. So, what is IoT? IoT is a connectivity of physical devices through networks. Yeah. So, let me give an example first. You can think about that it is an approach that makes the devices smarter, or it basically connects the devices. Okay. Or you can also assume that it also collects the data from the devices. Okay. So, being a human being, we learn something every day. Okay. So, in the technical sense, we can say that we can collect data every day. So, have you ever think about the devices which collect the data? Uh, I think you have know the devices which collects the data every day. Okay, so yes, they collect the data and share with everyone, share with the devices, which are other devices or around there. Okay, so physical devices means your mobile phone, your car, or your pen. Likewise, today smart pen is also available in the markets. Okay, so you can take about your notebook also. Okay, so a main thing is communication. Okay, so let's move to the second definition of IoT first. Basically, it is a collection of a platform services across the edge and cloud that connects, monitors, and control. That what the basically IoT is. And in the definition, we can define it as a network of internet connected devices. Sorry. As I have already told that you can, IoT, what the IoT does is it collects the data from, every devices and store in it. And, send the signals to control or monitor the other devices. Okay. So it is a network of internet connected devices that communicate the sensor data to cloud for centralized processing. So I think the the basic definition of IoT is clear to everyone now. If I'm not audible, please let me know.
Aditya, your mic is off.
So someone muted my mic. Okay. Please, please do not do this because it interrupts me in between my session. Okay. So let's move to the our second slide. Okay, so I was telling that you must have noticed about the large data which we generate every day. Okay,
Aditya, again, you are audible.
someone is muting me again and again. So let me kick out that person. 1 minute. Okay, so I think we can start now. So yeah, I was at the giving the examples. Okay, so I would like to. Okay, wait. Yeah, I was talking about the apps. Okay, so whenever you use the browsing data, yeah, you go to shopping websites or shopping apps, you generate lots of data. So all these all the create a large amount of data which can be used somewhere else to simplify your work. You know, so we need someone to collect this data, and when it comes to human beings, so so yes, we are the sharpest beings on earth, but problem is there is human accuracy. We cannot, manage the such a large amount of data because we are a human being, but we cannot, manage the large data. So at a time, it can go down or up because it cannot be accurate as the machine is. So we need to create a machine which collects this all data. So what internet is done here is if this data is used, an amount of data that has been generated is used because of internet. It has so it can be stored with the help of IoT. Yeah. So it has also given a solution. The solution is Internet of Things, which is IoT, which we will be discussing more in the today's event. Okay. Okay. So let's move to the more more about the event. Okay. So IoT is used in smart devices. For example, we use phone every day. Okay. So as I have already told that it generates a lots of data which is managed by IoT. So it can be connected to other devices, which is the application of IoT. Okay. So next one is smart vehicles. So you all know that the smart vehicles are used today nowadays in which you can track the locations and which is a location intelligence services and vehicles which provide the quality of services which increase the safety also and reduce the cost of finding. It means we can reach whenever wherever we want, and it gets smarter ways to the get the people and the products. Okay. So next is wearable technologies, like the watches and headphone we use and the AirPods. These are the all are the applications of IoT. Okay, so next one is smart home and appliances. So when we are talking about the smart home and apps, it include the automatic doors like windows. You have seen in some movies or somewhere around you that there are some automatic doors which closes and open when you enter. So it's all because of the IoT. The IoT and the sensors. Sensors to receive the data and send it to the Azure cloud. I will be discussing later what is Azure and cloud. So your it sends the data to the cloud and it processes it. Okay. So you must be heard of the lights which are working on your command by just you have to say, hey Alexa or hey Google, just on the light, it will be turned on. Okay, so these are all the applications of IoT. So moving further, we have a logistics. In the logistics, there is a large application of IoT. So when it comes to transportation, the monitoring and the delivering routes and response to delays or issues, uh, basically it achieves the greater security and efficiency, and the marketers or merchants have a peace in mind for the supply of chain using this Internet of Things. Okay, so next we have analytics. So basically, it is about the collecting the data generated from any source. So as I have already told that from mobile apps and from your browsing stuff, it include, you know, what analytics is. It basically include the bills of retailers. So the bills of the retailers can also be managed by the applications of IoT. Okay. So next we have a smart energy. Yeah. So here we have a smart energy. So as we are moving toward the sustainable future, so IoT monitor and enhances the performance, of the grid assets, and basically it's optimize the distributed energy resources while lowering your operation cost. With Azure IoT, you can achieve that. Okay. So basically it improves the energy efficiency and the flow of the grid data, and it basically balances the supply and the demand of the today's generation, because in today's generation we need lots of energy. So energy which needs to be smart, because in because we are moving towards a sustainable future. Okay, so next one is online shopping. So IoT Azure enables business to get deployment rapidly with the retail specific application templates, like bring intelligence as is with the intelligence cloud to deliver the business value that merge advanced retail analytics. So basically we can, the online shopping, the all the the bills and data and analytics, so that if you purchase anything from a shop or online stores, so basically the merchant or the company which is holding means which is giving that, it should have the analytics that how much we are the how much customers we are giving and how much customer we are approaching. So all the analytics come in the online shopping also. So basically, these all can cover in IoT. So last we have healthcare. So Azure IoT offers technology platform to improve the patient's outcome, streamlines the clinical operation, and it optimizes the healthcare manufacturing and supply chain also. Okay, so it has a smart and highly secure IoT technology. We can, use this IoT in the healthcare also. Okay, basically in hospitals and dispensaries, you can know. So let's move to, and there are many others applications of IoT, which is a very long list. So I will be not discussing that. So let's move to. So here is an interesting thing I have for you all guys. So here I have inserted one video of a Rolls Royce. Okay, so in this video you can see that how Rolls Royce is using the Azure IoT in their company, and how they are integrating the Internet of Things with their company, and achieving more and more nowadays. So let's start this video. Before starting this, I want to ask that is this the audio of video is audible to all guys?
Yes, the audio and video both are okay. The audio is
Okay,
audible.
okay, so let's start this video.
As an airline pilot, I know that to fly with the best, you need to work with the best. With over 13,000 engines in operation around the globe, Rolls-Royce provides the services to maintain them at peak performance. Today, each engine has thousands of sensors that can produce terabytes of data on long-haul flights. Making sense of all that data is critical in transporting my passengers safely and efficiently. Rolls-Royce uses Azure IoT Suite to analyze data remotely and deliver real-time, actionable insights to me and to the airlines about engine performance and operational efficiencies. Advanced analytics help us optimize fuel economy, anticipate maintenance needs, and avoid costly downtime and delays. A single unscheduled disruption and its knock-on effect to a fleet and the passengers can cost an airline up to $1 million a day. With early notice, our team can proactively have parts at the right place and time, reducing inventory costs and maximizing availability. Up to 1/3 of a plane's weight is fuel. As a pilot, I decide how much fuel my plane carries. Insights into engine efficiency, weather conditions, flight path, and scheduled land act my decision. Cortana Intelligence helps me choose the optimal fuel level to maximize efficiency. With 40% of our operating budget devoted to fuel, even a small percentage reduction can save us tens of millions of dollars each year. Microsoft and Rolls-Royce, reaching value.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello. Okay,
Yes,
so uh, hope you understand about how Azure IoT is used in the transports and logistics in the Rolls-Royce. Okay, so let's move to our next topic. Oh, so let's move to our today's the next agenda of the event, which is IoT on Azure. Before moving there, I want to tell you something that the IoT is a great boon for humankind if it is used wisely. Okay, so that what IoT is, I believe that now you understand what IoT is and what it can do. So let's move further and try to understand the other topics that we mentioned in Azure. So next on the list is IoT on Azure. Means why should you use IoT, Internet of Things, on other platforms like Azure? So first, let us try to understand what is Azure. So when you talk about Azure, we can talk about the power consumption analogy. So I will make you understand by the term power consumption analogy. Okay, so basically think of Azure as a platform, basically which provides you this with the services that help you to solve the various computation and storage and application development issues. So how does the Azure does it? So if you take a look on this power consumption analogy, which I have made in the slides, so if you look at the power consumption analogy, what you will notice is electricity flow in your house. Okay, so here, okay. So electricity flow in your house. You basically consume the electricity at the end of the month. You have to pay for the units which you have used in the using the electricity. So you need not to worry about how electricity is generating at the substation or at the generating stations. So just you have to just see the units, and you at the last you have to just pay to the the service provider which and by which you are getting the electricity in your homes. Okay. So you need not to worry about who manages it, who is generating that, and once it goes down, all you have to do is just contact the power supplier, and they will take care of it, right? So you don't have to worry about the units you have consumed. All you have to do is to look at the bills and pay the bill. Okay. Basically, what is happening is someone else is taking care of all the things that are related to the power consumption. You just have to pay the bill. Okay. So when you talk about the software development, there are a lot of problems that one has to face. One has to buy a servers or hosting applications, maintaining and monitoring these applications. So there are lots of the problems in the software development a common person can face. So what if you are given a solution? Means you are given a ready to use solutions where you have to just need not to worry about the data which you are using, and just worry about the issues. Means when you talk about the Microsoft Azure, it does exactly the same for you. Okay. So basically, it provides you a cloud computing solution. It provides a platform that solves various issues and that are related to your software development. Okay. So it is a kind of similar to power consumption analogy. So that's why I, try to relate that so that you can understand in a better way. Okay. So what is the Microsoft Azure is? So basically, it is just a cloud platform that provides you with the various services on computing and software development. You can actually go ahead and rent these services and use them for a particular time duration. And when you want to use them, you can get rid and release those services once you are done using them. Okay. So this is what the Azure is, and why should we use IoT on Azure? Well, Azure is one of the leading cloud services provider, and that is why when you talk about the Azure, that's why it's kind of you know using in the developing industries like Rolls-Royce. I've already told in the previous slides. Okay, so basically, it provides the integration services that will help you to implement IoT services so that it can be fit. Okay. Now I would like to now I would like to move to the next slide. Okay. So here it is. So basically, is my cursor visible to all? Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Am
it's
I
visible.
audible?
Yes, you are
Okay.
audible, and your cursor is also
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Anirban. So here you can basically see the IoT device. Okay, and in the insights you can see there is a platform between things and insight. There is a cloud gateway which is known as IoT hub, and this we will be creating on today's session, which will is the hands-on session. You can all go to the Azure portal and we'll try the same to make Azure IoT hub. Okay, so we have to just make this cloud gateway, which can, act like a bridge in between the things and insights. Okay, so what IoT devices does, it basically d- uh, does it's basically manage the devices which we are connecting to the cloud hub. Okay, so what cloud hub does, it basically store the data and stream processing. It means it's process the data via the UI and reporting tools and via business integration. Okay, so here we have actions. So at last we have the when the device management is over and we have uploaded the data in the cloud and it has stored the data, then it's at last it has the time to take action. So basically, in action, what we can do, basically the business partner can integrate that data with them, and it can also visualize and learn the data. Basically, from that we can know that how the data we are processing and how it can be used for further our future. Okay, so let's move to our next topic in the queue is Azure IoT components. Okay, so wait for a second. Yeah, so next is Azure IoT components. Okay, wait here. So now let us look at some of the important IoT components on Microsoft Azure. When I say components, you can think about you can think about of it as a services. So let us try to understand this. The first one is Azure IoT Central. Um, as I have already, as I have already mentioned it as a cloud platform. So if you learn a cloud platform to some extent, if you have learned that a cloud platform, so you have a three services: infrastructure as a services, platform as a services, and software as a service. And as you progress with these services, IaaS means infrastructure as a services is basically a service that provides you with a basic infrastructure, and on the top of which you can just choose everything that you want to do. Okay, that means you can basically have a basic layer on the top of which you can choose what operating system you want to use, what binary is to use, and what applications to run, and what programming language you can use. Okay, so it is a basic infrastructure that you can have. Okay, so when you talk about platform as a services, it basically a platform as a services where platform is given to use and where you have a ready to use applications. And when talking about software as a services, and where a computer software is given to you on which you can use it. Okay, for example, Gmail. You can take an example of Gmail or Outlook. Um, you do not know, you do not have to sit and just code the Gmail, right? So it is ready to use application. So it comes under the software as a service. Okay, so do not need to worry about its security and management and its maintenance. Everything is taken care by someone else. Okay, so cloud provides you with these kind of services. When you talk about the Azure IoT Central, okay, so we are talking about the Azure IoT Central, right? So think about this software as a services kind of services. Like I have already mentioned that Gmail or Outlook, what it does the what Azure IoT Central does, it basically provides you with the services that basically lets you to create a similar software as services kind of applications for Internet of Things platform. So what LG Central is, it is a fully managed global IoT software as a services that makes, which makes easy to connect, monitor, and manage. In the second, we have uh, Azure IoT Hub. So this is the main topic for today's event. I would like to tell you one more thing, that at last we have a quiz. Okay, so uh, the questions of the quiz will be on the basis of the today's session. So you can kind of note the important points or some some notes which will be helping you to solve the quiz. And the winners of the quiz will be getting LinkedIn Premium. The first three winners will be getting LinkedIn Premium. Okay, so let's see what Azure IoT Hub is. So it is very important services. It is very important service. Basically, what it does is it's lets you to connect other services and applications. So it forms a central point of communication for all these services. Okay, so when I talk about the Microsoft Azure IoT Central, it kind of depend on Azure IoT Hub, to the some extent only. Okay, so in other way around it is not true also. Okay, so Azure IoT Hub is fairly independent service. It's led you to basically what it does. Basically, it lets you to communicate with other applications and other services. It's form an hub where the applications can communicate in between. Okay. 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 So Azure IoT Hub is a messaging hub that provides the secure communication and monitoring of millions of IoT devices. Okay. So then you will have Azure Maps. Okay, for IoT apps feature it includes, basically the traffic and weather search, and basically it includes best routes for operation. Next we have Azure Digital Twins. So they let you to create models, and when you talk about the digital twins, it work in that way. Means these services will help you to link with the physical devices which you are physical. Uh, it allows you to link with the physical devices, like you can integrate some sensors with it, or like in the physical world, you can take an example of phone or something else. You can integrate with the help of digital twins. So basically, next we have Azure Sphere. So what it does is basically it lets you to create devices. Those are hardware heavy. It has a microcontroller which connect to various devices. And with Azure Sphere, the product manufacturer can create and secure and connect the devices that can be updated, controlled, and monitored. So next in the list, which is the last, is Azure Time Series Insights. Basically, if you have learned about the analytics, you are talking about the time series. That means how data varies from time to time, like your stock market. I mean, the graph is not constant always, right? It might go up or it might go down. Basically, a series of information which varies per time is called a time series analysis. uh, I guess someone mic is on. Okay, so let's move further. Hello, Shruti.
Hello. Yes, Aditya.
Okay, fine. Uh, Someone once mic is on, that I'm not calling. So let's continue with the session. So I guess you understand what the time series is. So when you talk about the Azure time series insights, it basically lets you to build application that helps to connect the real data and generate insight out of it. Okay, so it is a analytics kind of application. Okay, so we won't getting into the details of all this servicing today, as we have a time constraint. So let's move to our hands-on session now. We will be creating an Azure IoT Hub. Okay, so let's talk. So all you need to do is just go to your favorite browser, like mine one is Microsoft Edge. Okay, what you can do is here, just search Azure Portal. Azure Portal. Is my screen visible to all? Do I need to reshare it?
Yes, your screen is
Hello?
visible, but yet last screen means the last PPT screen is still on
Hello?
this visible. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Okay, wait. Let me. Yeah, you are audible.
I was saying that the last PPT slide was still visible, but yeah, now your screen is not being shared right now.
Oh. So let me reshare my screen again. So is my screen visible now? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but your screen is means I on my end it's showing that it's means it's kind of
Hello.
loading. Means
Okay.
your screen is not visible, but your it's kind of getting loaded right now on my end. I don't know about others. I guess it might be a network issue on my end as well.
Okay. So let me try again.
Your screen is not visible, Aditya.
Now your screen is not visible.
Yeah. Let me try once more. Um. Wait. Let me rinse on. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, yes, your screen is visible right now.
Oh, okay.
Right now,
Okay,
right
cool.
now it's
So,
visible.
what you need to do, just go to the your favorite browser and just search my Azure portal. So here we will be finding the portal.azure.com. So you have to click on that and you will be reaching here. Okay. So this on the screen you are seeing the Azure portal. So these all are the services which Azure IoT provided. Like you can go to the services like this. The categories are here. Like it provides the data analytics, AI and machine Internet of Things, and the DevOps and lots more. So what you need to do, just search IoT hub. So here we will be finding the IoT hub. Just click on this. Okay. So what you need to do, just create one Azure IoT. So you need to create. Okay, so I guess some of the users have already Azure account. Means some of the users have already logged in the Azure portal. Or if you are new to the Azure portal, what you can do, just go to Azure portal and make your
Aditya, you are not audible. Your mic is muted.
yeah now I am audible.
I guess now you are audible.
Okay. So what you can do?
I'm muted, Aditya. Now you are audible.
Someone is again muting me again and again. So I will be figuring him or her and will kick out again. Okay. So as a student ambassador, we used to get this credits. So you can also get it from my student ID also. Okay. So all you need to do just log into the Azure portal. So let's move further. So after that, you have to just you know select your subscription, and you can in the resource group you have to just you can just create a new resource also, like uh, let me name it research 2023. So you have to do make a new resource group, which is 1 second. Okay. So yeah, so you have to give unique name. Just click on OK. And in the IoT hub name, you can give your IoT the name which you want. Let's give it the best. Okay, so it does not contain. Okay, so it is checking that it is available or not. Let me get some unique name. Mm, Okay, so in the region, you can select the nearest region you have, like let me select West US. Basically, in the region, you have to select the near. Okay, the name is not available. So let's on the each. So in the tier, you can select basic one or premium one. Like you can see that if you're selecting standard, which is most popular, I don't know which name is available then. Let me use MLSA. M I think I lost my network. Let me reshare my screen. Yeah, so we're here. I think we should start again. So let's create new like a this before. We have to give this a name, MLSA, and my 18. And the region which we can select any of the region which are closer to you. Let me select West US. Okay, so in the tier section, you can just basically select the standard, which is most popular. By selecting the standard one, you will be getting daily messages, 4 lakh daily messages, and the cost of this is 19,000 per month. So for now, we will go for this free. Uh, in the free tier, we will be getting 8,000 messages, 0 rupees per month. Okay, so let's review and create this. Okay, so here are all the information which you can read out. Okay, so what you need to do is just create this and let it be deployed. So you can see here the deployment is submitting. It might can take a long time. Oh, here we can see the deployment is in progress. So I have used the my Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, which we are getting by Microsoft Azure Ambassador. In your case, you can use your subscription like the free tier which you are taking by Azure portal. Okay, so I think it takes a more time. So meanwhile, we can go for a quiz. Yeah, because we are out of time, I guess. So let's start our quiz also. Um, and after that, we will cover the remaining part of the deployment here. Okay, so for a quiz, yeah. So basically, this quiz is for only 20 members. You know, the first 20 members which will join the quiz will be in the house and mean it's in the room and will lose. So let's see who quickly join the quiz. All you need to do just go on www.kahoot.it, kahoot.it, and just enter this pin 1493420, or you can just scan this from here also. Okay, so we have a Deepak. Okay, so we are waiting for more participants to join in the quiz. Right now we have already 4 participants. All you need to do, just go to kahoot.it and join, and just click enter this pin. They will be joining. You can use the scanner also. So let me tools or tell them what are the perks for today's quiz. In this quiz, you will be getting the first three winners will be getting Linen Premium, and this quiz comprises of 10 questions, and each question is of 10 seconds. So you have to answer the question in 10 seconds. There will be 4 options, out of which one is correct. So let's wait for more number of participants to join the quiz. So if you are facing any problem in joining the quiz, you can raise your hand or ask me by enabling your mic. Come on, guys. I can see in the event there is 28 members, but in the quiz there are very less members. Why? Are you facing some problem in joining the quiz? You can ping me out. Means you can ask in the meet also. One, two, three. What happened? So we have 13, only 13 members now. So I'm waiting for more members to join in the quiz so that it will be more interesting. Oh, welcome, Sunny Kumar. I guess without wasting our time, let's move to the quiz, because if anyone more wants to join, they can join in the, in between the quiz also. So let's move with 13 participants. So here we have you have a quiz of Azure IoT, which will be starting. The first question is on your screen is just select the correct option. Only one option is correct, and time is only 10 seconds. So be aware. Okay, so seven people have attended to today's session very carefully. So thanks to them, and let's see who is on the top. So Sam Prince is again on the top. I know who is Sam Prince. Okay, so let's move to our next question. And this is very tough question. Okay, so let's see who answered it correct. Oh my God. I know how a person can select the Steve Ballmer and Sundar Pichai as a CEO of Microsoft. Okay, so they don't have to worry. Let's see who is on the top now. So Sam Prince is still on the top, and others is on second. So let's move to our third question. So all the questions are not easy. You have to just ask. You have to just select true and false. The four members have answered a wrong answer. So let's see who is on the top now. Okay, so the leader board has been changed, and others is on top now. Sam Prince on fifth position. Okay, let's move to next question. I have told you in my session that what is cloud computing. So let's see who answered this correct. Okay, so 11 members have answered it correct. So let's see who's on the top. Others is still on the top. So let's move to next question. Make sure that it is what is not a reason. Okay, so 9 have answered it correct. Let's see who's on the top now. So others is still on the top. Let's move to next question. Come on, you have 3, 2, 1, time up. Okay, so 5 have answered it correct. So let's see who's on the top. Okay, so Ashutosh Rana is on the top now, and others is on third, and BKR is on second. Nice. So let's move to next question, which is the seventh question of the today's quiz. So you can read out the question on your screen and select the right option. Okay, so we have got 10 correct options. So let's see who is on the top. So other system on comes on top now. So here is the eighth question of today's quiz. In which year Microsoft owned GitHub? Let's see who answered it correct. Okay, 5 people know when the GitHub is Microsoft owned the GitHub. Okay, so others is still on top. So here you have a second last question of today's quiz. I'm still waiting, guys. Okay, so 8 have answered it correct. Let's see who's on the top. Wow, the others is still on top. And here comes the last and game changer question of for today's quiz, which can enable you to win LinkedIn Premium So let's move to the next question. I guess you can just guess it, or you can you should know when Microsoft was founded. Oh my God. Only two people have answered it. Microsoft was founded in 1975. Cool. So let's see who is on the top now. So here we have a podium. On third, we have Ashutosh Rana. Congratulations, Ashutosh. At second and first, we have others, I guess. Yeah. Congratulations, everyone. And then up is Deepak and VKJ. Congratulations to you too. And these three winners will be getting, the LinkedIn Premium. Cool. Okay, so let me off this. And yeah, so here you can see that your development is completed. And so what you can do, just go to the resources. Yeah, from here you can, add some devices you want to, the integrate with this or IoT edge, and you can also explore the update options. So this all I cannot cover it today. So you can just explore it more by your own side. So at last, let's bind up the today's session. Okay. So after creating this, remember it will relate because it might take more cost because we have selected a free tier. It will not take cost from me. But if we have selected some standard, it might can take some cost which you have to pay. So it's better to delete this. You know. Okay. So let's move to our slides. Yeah. So that's all for my today's event. Thank you all for listening me for such a long time, and congratulations to the winners who win the first and second, third position in the quiz. And here is a feedback link for you all, guys. Just scan it. You will be getting to a form, feedback form. After filling that, you will be getting your certificate on your mail within 30 seconds. So just scan it and fill it. You will be getting. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hello.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. So you can just the scan the scanner. Be getting to feedback form. After filling the feedback form, you will be getting a certificate on your mail within 30 seconds. So need not to worry about the certificates. And the three winners, kindly fill the feedback form so that we can get your email ID and contact you for the prizes, which is LinkedIn Premium. You all three have got. We will be mailing you your LinkedIn Premium on your mail ID within 10 days, 10 working days. Okay. So I guess that's all for my end. From my end. So Shruti, can we take a group pic? Hello,
Pardon?
am I audible?
Your voice is not clear. Yes, yes, now. Hello?
Okay. So can we take a group pic? If everyone can turn on their cameras, then we can take a group pic of today's event, and we can just post it on the LinkedIn or some other social media handles.
Yes, we can.
So I would request everyone to just turn on their cameras uh, so that we can take a group pic, virtual group pic. Shruti, let's come up with your cameras.
Yeah, just wait for a second.
Yeah, cool, Adarsh. Waiting for more participants to turn on cameras. Yeah, so I guess my screen is visible, but I'm not visible. Yeah, now I'm visible. Okay, so let's take a group pic. Say cheese. Yeah, come up. More. We need more members to join in this, so we can take a group pic. I guess I'm freeze on this though. Cool. So thank you all for joining me, and thanks Shruti and Hardeep for inviting me to take a session on Azure IoT. That's
Thank
all
you to you
from
too
my
for
side.
such an informative session, Aditya.
Shruti, you can just turn off the recording of the event.
It is already turned on.